Do you respond to work emails when you're off? It certainly can take its toll. I'm David Stiernholm, and in this episode of the Struktör podcast, Done, I share what you risk experiencing when communicating about work outside of working hours, all according to an interesting American study I found. But first, now we slowly bid farewell to summer and the pace picks up again. Wouldn't it be nice to feel like you can keep up with everything this fall? Good structure allows you to work more efficiently and save time. I can help you achieve that. Book a talk on structure at work with me for your meeting this fall. Email me at david@stiernholm.com right away and I'll send you an offer. Does it matter if you send emails outside of work hours? Answering a few messages can't be that bad, right? That may be the case, but in a recent American study that I linked to in the show notes, researchers Kim and Chon found that the more participants used email, chat, text messages, and video meetings for work purposes outside of work hours, the more emotionally exhausted they became. Participants from a wide range of industries also tended to engage in counterproductive behaviors, such as working slower and speaking negatively about their workplace the more exhausted they felt. For this reason alone, it's best not to respond to work emails or take work calls when we are supposed to be off duty, according to the findings of the study. The researchers didn't examine how this affects family life, which I covered in a recent episode. Do this. Do you recognize yourself in emailing and engaging in other work-related activities outside work hours and would like to stop? If so, clarify for yourself when work time ends and leisure time begins. Is it at specific times, or is it instead when something specific happens, such as when you walk through the front door at home? Remind yourself not to email outside of work hours. If you write every morning, add that you also write, "I don't email outside of work hours." Or create a clear intention to program yourself to make the right choice in a given situation where you would typically respond to a short work email. Does it read, "When I am off duty and happen to see that I have received a work email, I immediately put down my phone without reading it"? If you haven't already, turn off notifications on your phone, on your smartwatch, and on your computer that would otherwise alert you about new emails. And tell the people you usually email, or write it where those who email you for the first time can see it, that you don't anymore respond to emails when you're off duty. I'm sure you will be met with understanding and probably also with some, "Yes, I should do that too." Because if you refrain from emailing, chatting, texting, and taking work calls outside of work hours, you will become less exhausted, according to the study mentioned earlier. You will most likely enjoy your work more, as it will not drain you as much as before, and you will have more space for the recovery you need. What are your tricks for avoiding work communication when you are off duty? If you love your job, it can still be tempting, even though you know it's best to avoid it. Tell me about your clever trick in an email to me. You can reach me as usual at david@stiernholm.com, and I'm all ears. Thank you for today, and see you again next week.